Hey everyone, today we're going to tear apart one of the coziest, most comfortable lies we all tell ourselves, the myth of the perfect time. You know the one. We're going to break down exactly why it's such a trap, and way more importantly, how you can finally escape it. So let's just dive right in. So let me ask you, does any of this sound familiar? Oh, I'll start when life calms down a bit. I just need a little more money first. I'll do it when I have more experience. We've all been there, right? Standing on the sidelines, just watching life go by, promising ourselves, I'll jump in when the moment is just right. But here's the real question. What if that perfect moment, that magical alignment of all the stars, what if it never actually shows up? And this quote, wow, it hits us with a really tough truth, doesn't it? We act like we have endless chances, like we can always just hit snooze on our ambitions. But the reality is, time is the one resource we can never get back. And this illusion, this idea that we can just put things off forever, is exactly what keeps us stuck. It's robbing our future selves of all that progress and growth we could be making right now. Okay, so let's get right to the heart of the problem. This whole concept of a perfect time, it's not a strategy. It's a psychological illusion. It's like a mirage in the desert, you know? It always looks like it's just ahead, but the closer you get, the further it moves away. It's time we finally see this thing for what it really is. And this is such a critical insight, you guys. Waiting feels responsible, doesn't it? It feels safe, like we're being smart and strategic. But in reality, it's just a clever, socially acceptable disguise for good old-fashioned procrastination. Think about it. You're not putting things off because you can't do them. You're actively choosing to avoid the discomfort that always comes with starting something new. Okay, to really break free from this trap, we have to go deeper. We have to look beyond just our daily habits. The issue isn't really about managing your to-do list better. It's about fundamentally changing how you think about and relate to time itself. So, think about it like this. On one hand, you have clock time. That's the objective, unstoppable ticking of seconds, minutes, hours, the stuff physicists measure. But then, you've got lived time, which is totally subjective. It's how we experience it. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Time flies when you're having fun, but then a 5-minute wait for the microwave can feel like an eternity. Just recognizing that these two things are different is a huge first step toward taking back control. All right, now let's build on that with a really cool philosophical idea called presentism. The theory is actually pretty simple, but it's incredibly powerful. It says that only the present moment is real. That's it. The past? It's just a collection of memories. And the future? It's nothing more than a possibility, an idea. The only thing we ever truly have is right now. Everything else is just smoke and mirrors. And then Zen philosophy takes this idea of the now and pushes it even further. I love this quote. It suggests we aren't just passengers moving through time, like we're floating down a river. No, we are the river. We are time. Your life and your time are the exact same thing. Every single action, walking, eating, working on that project, that is the shape your life is taking in this very moment. There's no special someday you need to wait for. This is it. This is the main event. So, if the only real time is now, then why on earth do we spend so much of our lives waiting? Well, let's dive into the psychology of it. What are these mental traps that keep us from just living in the present? Okay, first up is the big one, perfectionism. And man, is it sneaky. On the surface, it just looks like you have high standards, right? But the research is clear. More often than not, it's just a fancy costume for procrastination. We tweak, we polish, we do just one more round of research. We refine things endlessly, all because, deep down, we're terrified of what other people will think. We're afraid our work just won't be good enough. And that fear of not being perfect, it often leads straight to this thing called analysis paralysis. And I'm sure you felt this. It's when you overthink a situation so much that you just freeze. You get so overwhelmed by all the options, so completely terrified of making a mistake that you end up making no decision at all. The hunt for the perfect plan completely kills any chance of moving forward. So here's the bottom line, the most crucial point. Waiting for the perfect time is almost never about time. It's a cover story for these deep underlying fears. It's the fear of being criticized, the fear of being blamed if something goes wrong. It's that nagging self-doubt about our own abilities. And maybe biggest of all, it's that painful, paralyzing gap we feel between the person we are right now and the person we think we should be.
And psychology actually gives us a fantastic tool for understanding this. We can basically split perfectionism into two different types. First, you have perfectionistic strivings. This is the healthy kind. It's just about having high personal standards and wanting to do well. But then you have perfectionistic concerns. That's the toxic part. That's all about the fear of making mistakes and what other people will think of you. And the research totally backs this up. The more you're driven by those concerns, the more likely you are to procrastinate. All right, so we've dug into the why behind all this waiting. Now let's get real about the consequences. What is this habit actually costing you? Because I guarantee you it's a heck of a lot more than just lost time.
I mean, this metaphor is just spot on, isn't it? Every time you say, I'll deal with it tomorrow, you're not getting away with anything. You're basically taking out a high-interest loan from your future self. That little hit of relief you feel right now, it's not free. Future you is going to have to pay it all back, with interest in the form of way more stress, way more pressure, and a whole lot of anxiety. It's a terrible deal, and yet we keep making it over and over again. And hey, if you're one of those people who thinks waiting is magically going to make you feel more ready, check this out. A recent study found that a whopping 85% of people who waited for those so-called ideal conditions, well, they felt the exact same hesitation and fear once those conditions finally arrived. This just proves it. Readiness isn't some external thing that happens to you. It's an internal choice you have to make. Man, this one really hits hard. Think of it as the transformation gap. Every single day that you wait, every choice you make to delay, it's not just a missed opportunity to check something off a list. No, it's a missed opportunity to grow, to learn, and to become the person you know you're capable of being. The choice between regret and growth doesn't happen someday. It's happening right now. Okay, enough doom and gloom about the problem. Let's talk solutions. Let's get practical. This last part is all about actionable strategies, real things you can start doing to break this cycle of waiting and finally start building some momentum, like today. You've probably heard this one before, but this ancient proverb just says it all. Yeah, the best time to plant that tree was 20 years ago. We can't go back and change that. We can't undo the time we spent waiting. But you know what? We have 100% control over the second best time, and that time is right now. Okay, here's a super powerful science-backed tool you can use immediately. It's called the 5-second rule. The next time you have an instinct to act on a goal, don't even think. Immediately start counting backward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See, what this does, according to neuroscience, is it interrupts the emotional, fearful part of your brain that's about to talk you out of it. It wakes up your prefrontal cortex, the logical part of your brain, and gives you just enough of a push to physically move before your feelings can slam on the brakes. And this leads us to maybe the most important mindset shift of all. You have to embrace the power of imperfect action. You don't need the whole plan figured out. Just start small. Break your big goal down into tiny, almost laughably manageable steps. You know why? Because action creates clarity. Action creates momentum. Perfect planning, on the other hand, just creates more plans. Always remember this. Messy, imperfect action beats perfect, pristine inaction every single time. Because here's the ultimate truth about time. It's like this silent, steady, unstoppable river. It doesn't wait for you to feel ready. It really doesn't care if the conditions are perfect or not. It just keeps flowing, no matter what. So the only real choice you have is whether you're going to keep standing on the bank, watching it go by, or if you're finally going to get in the boat. So really, it all comes down to this exact moment, right now. Think of it like a fork in your path. One direction leads to more waiting, more hesitation, more endless searching for a perfect time that, let's be honest, is never going to come. The other direction, that one leads to momentum, to growth, to clarity. The time isn't coming soon, the time is now. So, which path are you going to choose?